Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 just got a ton of new screenshots, more brand new teasers, and even a new photo that reveals everything about the Chapter 3 main antagonist. So if you didn't watch my last Chapter 3 video, I went over the game's Steam page, which had just released at the time. However, for whatever reason, yesterday they completely wiped the Steam page, this time replacing the old screenshots from before with 5 brand new ones that hide a lot more secrets than last time. And starting with the first screenshot, we could see some type of small opening with a bunch of toys laying around everywhere. And when we brighten up the photo, this appears to be another hallway in the Playcare Chapter 3's confirmed location. But also there's a ton of different toys and gears scattered all over the place, which to me makes it seem like there was once some sort of contraption in this area that maybe helped create the toys or something like that. However, other than that, there isn't too many secrets hidden in this screenshot outside of this Huggy doll hanging from the side of the pillar. And also on the topic, these pillars we see on the sides of the doors are visually similar to the ones we see in the Chapter 3 teaser trailer that the purple main antagonist was hiding behind, so maybe he will be hiding around this area. The next screenshot, more interestingly, shows us what looks like the train station we will probably enter the Playcare from, judged by the conductor Kissy Missy poster laying on the floor and the Huggy Wuggy statue, which is something we only ever see in other train stations like the one in the Project Playtime theater of a Poppy Playtime doll. Plus, we could see that they had a whole security system loading into this area, most likely to obviously keep people from getting in when they weren't supposed to, and also to keep track of who enters and leaves the Playcare. But furthermore, there are actually a ton of cool secrets hidden in this photo. For instance, there's this little mural in the left corner that shows BoogieBot saying "Let's Boogie" with all the other iconic cast. On the right hand side, there's also another poster of Poppy that can't really be read out but also looks super interesting. And cutting back to the Huggy statue, we could see a bunch of poppy flowers planted all around it, which again is something that we saw in Poppy's statue outside of the theater, which is a very interesting and odd piece of continuity, making me wonder why they were planting these poppy flowers around these statues. But moving over into the next screenshot, we see some padded tile area that, to be honest, I don't really know much about. I can't tell what I'm meant to be looking at here. However, what matters really about this screenshot is that it's in the same exact area of this Chapter 3 teaser that we got a couple weeks prior that hid the Chapter 3 main antagonist at the bottom, which proves to us essentially that the purple cat is going to be lurking around this area. And I imagine when we play here, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled, since for the first time we're seeing a place in the factory we know the purple cat is living in. Moving on though, looking at the fourth and probably the creepiest screenshot of all of Chapter 3 here, it hides a ton of secrets. But before doing that, I want to talk about Atlas VPN, the sponsor of today's video. Atlas VPN is a virtual private network that encrypts and even lets you alter your location and IP address from the internet, protecting you from things like invasive internet services taking your valuable data, little kids on the internet pulling your IP, and much more. Atlas VPN is available on pretty much every device from iOS to Android, even Mac and PC, and they are hooking you guys up right now for Black Friday with a 3-year VPN plan plus 6 months free for just $1.70 every month, and even a 30-day money-back guarantee. Furthermore, if you're protected by Atlas, you'll get tons of other benefits like a blocker to stop people from tracking your location, and even get to watch certain shows or movies that aren't available in your country. For instance, say you wanted to watch something like Friends on Netflix but can't because it's not available in the US, simply hop on the VPN, change to a different country, and enjoy the show and many other services from home. All of this and so much more for just $1.70 a month with the 3-year deal using my link in the description below. But back to the Chapter 3 screenshots. So the third screenshot here shows a room seemingly in the Playcare with a big mural of Huggy, Boxy, Mommy, and also this dog for some reason, seemingly suggesting they will have a big role in the chapter like the rest of the characters around them. However, what makes this photo so extremely dark is that you can clearly see that these beds laying in the room appear to be some type of hospital bed, judged by the weird medical equipment laying next to them and the curtains over top to separate the beds from the rest of the room, another common practice done in most hospitals. And furthermore, after brightening and looking over in the right corner, you can also see some different types of science equipment, looking like there's a beaker here and maybe even a microscope of some sorts here if I'm seeing correctly. Now, Now, off the gate, it obviously sounds far-fetched to call this a hospital room since it's in a factory, but in the currently ongoing Chapter 3 ARG, they did confirm that there were pediatricians in the factory that were workers, likely designed to help the children inside of the play care if they got hurt. But then moving on to the last and definitely not the least screenshot, we have another new area that appears to be some type of school hallway, judged by the backpacks, kids' chairs, and lockers in the hallways. However, there are a bunch of other hidden things also in this trailer, like a poster from this same dog toy that says, reading is fun, which actually shows up a second time in a darker part of the screenshot, and another one from what looks like the unicorn plush, also seen in earlier teasers, saying 1 + 2 = 3, giving us an idea on just how young these children in the play care were. Then in the top left corner, we could see some type of button area, which looks very similar to the buttons we would press in Chapter 2 to activate the green hand. So perhaps this will be another type of puzzle in that vein. And furthermore, to address the elephant in the room, you could see at the end of the wall, there is a message written in blood that says, the hour of joy, which is a term that has been referenced a bunch throughout the game in different tapes and teasers, including the last Chapter 3 trailer. However, while the purpose of the message is up for debate, to skip a 30-minute theory session, the hour of joy is theorized to be the hour that the toys fought back against the factory and caused the employees to all disappear, since in the final log VHS tape of the game, we can hear monsters and employees screaming where they were presumably all being killed, which seemingly suggests the monsters that were created from the workers out of their will fought back and saved themselves from the suffering the employees put them through. So all of these extra screenshots overall tell us a ton about the chapter, and finally reveal to us that the play care isn't just going to be where the children in the factory were sleeping, but rather they were having rooms, schooling, hospitals, and plus to add on to that, inside of Poppy Playtime's Discord server, one of the developers randomly dropped a poster that was supposedly coming in the chapter, and this new poster shows Mommy Longlegs hanging off some monkey bars saying, swing to new heights. And while we haven't seen anything to confirm this, I wonder if this poster could be put up around some type of playground area, because it would make a lot of sense with the play care, and maybe it could be the padded tile area we saw from the screenshot before. However, by far the most important thing we got from the developers is that if we head over to their Twitter page, they recently posted this brand new image that was an advertisement for a new Playtime Co product called the Smiling Critters, showing us an elephant, a pig, a unicorn, a dog, a bunny, a purple cat, a bear, and a chicken. But while some of these already look familiar, like the dog and unicorn, if you couldn't already tell, the purple cat one with the moon badge is of course the same purple main antagonist cat who we've seen in trailers and other teasers as well. But this appears to be the actual toy that the monster was inspired from. And you can also see in the Playtime Co logo that this wasn't the modern logo that they used last in the factory, so this was a more retro toy creature as well. However, Mob would then post a new advertisement an hour later of the same exact Smiling Critters photo, showing all of the same toys as before. The elephant, the pig, the unicorn, dog, bunny, bear, chicken, all good. Except for, you might have noticed there was a specific purple cat missing from the lineup, seeming as if they had removed him from the advertisement for some unknown reason. A reason that as of right now, we really have no idea for. It seems like that for some reason, the cat creature during its production back when the factory was still open had gotten recalled or pulled from the market, so they removed him from the advertisement. The reason for this recall is currently unknown, and I'm sure they will clarify later, but it's still very interesting nonetheless, and I'd love to hear your theories down below. In terms of what's next for the chapter and these new critters, it honestly seems like we are in the home stretch for Chapter 3 and its release. I mean, we've been given tons of teasers, a whole new ARG with even more of them, and now we are finally getting to see the Chapter 3 main antagonists in their full form for the first time ever. This is more content than we've ever gotten for any other chapter, so it seems like it's a matter of days before we end up getting a trailer. But to ensure you don't miss that, make sure to subscribe and check out my last analysis on the previous screenshots here, because those hide a ton of new stuff as well.